So we're here at my monthly account. I do 3 dumpsters on this property, get all the stains and stuff that are all on the ground. I get that up, put some degreaser and get it clean. Each dumpster I charge $150. If you can land some dumpster pads, you know, in a plaza, if you're doing all of them dumpsters in one day, that could be an easy $1,000 in one day.
Some jobs I'll look at and I can just tell how long it's gonna take and I'll price it that way and how much chemical it's gonna take. A lot of jobs I do square footage. On this particular job, the first time I did by square footage, and I've just kind of raised the prices incrementally, you know, throughout the years with the market. Our prices have raised a couple times throughout the years.
The way we came up with pricing per square footage is really set by the industry because you are competing against guys who price that way. Typically, when we give a quote, we do it remotely with Google Earth. We can take measurements.
So you'll see on Google Earth, you can see the driveway, so you can really gauge by the size of the house how big of a driveway it's gonna be, which will help us price it.
And once you've done 100 houses, you're able to recognize which ones can be accurately quoted remotely and those that are going to require a site visit.
So with the bin cleaning, when I first started, I had my monthly at $16.99, right? Cheapest trash can cleaning service in the world, probably. After a while, gas prices had went up, and that was an opportunity for me to send everyone an email, hey, there's gonna be a price increase. It is something that you have to think about. You gotta think it through thoroughly because you don't wanna screw yourself up. And I think that was the thought of like, okay, dang, if I go up, I'm not gonna get all of these customers, but it turns out that people still will use the service as long as you're providing good quality service. There's maggots in trash cans, which is unique to Texas. For some people, it could gross them out.
We went through this little back alleyway area. It was nasty. Their trash can was gross. I'll just have to think if I just do this and get it over with for today, then tomorrow I'll know I'll be able to do it.
There's not too much overhead. You know, I'm paying for chemicals and fuel and labor.
We don't have need of a warehouse full of inventory. We just buy the product as we need the product, keeping our costs at a minimum. We're using 100 gallons of bleach at a time. When we run out, we fill it up. The one tip I would give someone who's starting out is if there are suppliers in your city who sell to businesses where you can set up an account with them, it's a lot cheaper than buying chemicals from a big box store.
I don't really have much overhead. That's the overhead right there. The thing is longevity for me. I don't want to have to buy another rig until he's, of age and up and running it. As long as we keep it maintained and, we do our part, I think the machine will do its part.
Yeah, I think there will be a crazier version of this truck in the future. There's some new pumps that have actually come out that are built specifically for bleach. Bleach is brutal on everything that it comes in contact with. Even the pumps that we use, they have to be changed out on a regular basis. That's just the cost of doing business and pressure washing. Oh, the other thing that I would always recommend, if you're looking at buying a flatbed truck like this, consider aluminum because bleach will just tear up metal and there's nothing you can do to prevent it. You think you can prevent it, but you can't do it.
So this is one of our newest trailer builds for EcoClean. I try to do as much stainless fittings as I can to, again, try to avoid corrosion from the chemicals. So these are aluminum reels. All the hardware is all stainless. And I do 2 layers of the composite decking. It's non-corrosive. The chemicals aren't gonna eat through it. Our first few trailers, the wood, the chemicals would just, anytime you had a leak, it would slowly drip and just eat away at the wood. So we did away with that. So everything that we do is designed for long-term use. If you're smart about your schedule and you make sure you're scheduling in the same area in that day, that's gonna save you money and fuel.
When I first started, I was gone. I'd be 40 miles and then I'm like, damn, it cost me $30 to get there and 20 to get back or 30 to get back and then how much did I make? So you have to be always consciously thinking.
On a typical day, if I were to bring in, say, $1,500 in sales, I'm probably gonna put 1,000 of that in my pocket. So a good 30% of your money coming in is gonna go towards overhead costs.
When I first started doing this, I actually did some free jobs, just in exchange for some feedback. I didn't say, give me a 5-star review. I said, just give me some feedback so I can learn the process. I do run into customers on occasion who I like to give a discount to, or they'll help out in some way. They may be having some misfortune they're going through, or elderly people on a fixed income. We like to help those people.
We try not to be too annoying with emails. We might send 1 or 2 emails throughout the year. We might offer a discount through an email. For repeat customers, we'll give them coupons for, hey, take 25 bucks off your next visit.
Yeah, I had a customer call me like 2 weeks ago, actually. They said they had like 40 properties, and I told them if they gave me a bundle of, say, 40 houses, I'd do it for $40 a piece. So that's great savings. He was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure," because he'll always use me again. He'll refer me. And sometimes you take the hit to the next step or the next level. When I come up to these customers' homes, I always take a look at different things that I may be able to do. They may need their windows cleaned, or even a better example is the driveway cleaning. I could offer that to her, send it to her in a text, or even call and see if I can get that. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
I don't typically upsell too much. If they're wanting the roof done and the driveway done and the pool deck done, but their walls have mold all over it, I might suggest it because it just makes sense. You're cleaning everything, but you're gonna leave one thing dirty. And a lot of times they'll say, "Hey, if you see something else that's dirty, give me a price for that too." So that's when I'll kind of do some upselling.
When we show up on site, if we do see those other things, we'll talk to the customer and say, we can add that option today if you like. The biggest benefit with using Jobber for me is that I'm able to bundle services. I'm able to offer various add-ons and options, just giving the customer a whole smorgasbord of choices of services, but then we'll bundle them all together for a combined lesser price if they purchase everything.